we are now host Forbidden Door. That's right. AEW's Forbidden Door is over, but we have just only begun.
Without further ado, tell him, EVP Joe.
JFB, hit that music.
Or should we say, start that car?
I got my mic turned on and I'm ready to go. It's time for the All Effin' Wrestling Show.
Woo!
I thought we were going with the other intro, but that's okay.
I thought so too, and I totally hit the wrong one. That's all right.
I was like, wait, that's not a car.
Yeah, welcome to Forbidden Door After Dark. Even though it's still light outside, I am, of course, your Chief Shenanigans Officer. I am the almighty JFB.
And I'm, of course, your Canadian hero. I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Kenneth and Dry, damn it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
All right.
You all
Go
know,
for it.
it's me. It's me. It's the EVP. Ready to talk Forbidden Door. Two of the greatest guys I know.
We are.
Yeah. All right. Let's just get right into it. 0 Hour. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. We'll talk about 0 Hour as a whole.
Wait. Do we have our Forbidden Door champion? Do we know who won?
We do. It's a tie. Me and EVP Joe had exactly 21, and you had 18.
Yeah, I went with the swerve. The swerve thing threw me off.
That hurt you. Yeah, it did. Yeah, but everybody got their locks of the night, which is good. So let's go to 0 Hour. I'm gonna go over the victors. The Paragon with El Desperado and Yuya, they won. The Triangle of Madness with Megan Bain, they won. The Gates of Agony with Ricochet, they won. And the Offs retained their Trios championships as they beat the BC War Dogs. Kind of dry. You went 3 for 4. You picked Harley, Stat, Almanada, and Willow. They did not win. Me and EVP Joe went 4 for 4.
So next time, what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to come up with some sort of tiebreaker
I agree.
to have a definitive champion.
Tiebreaker. I win.
All right, let's get into the main event, the main card for Forbidden Door. We are live in London, England. We are at the O2 Arena where they had a sold-out crowd of 18,900.
So wait, what does O2 stand for? Is this a brand? What is this?
They're a bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a bank, and they do other stuff too as well. So our first match. The opening match is going to be the Radar Superstar, Adam Copeland, and Christian taking on Luchasaurus.
You refuse to call him Killswitch.
And Kip Sabian. Can you draw your thoughts and rate that match?
Okay, I thought that this match was a great way to start the show. Like just a good, feel-good reunion of Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, Edge and Christian, if you will. And it was so good to see Killswitch, Luchasaurus, whatever you want to call him, back in action. I loved how he treated Kip Sabian. I do not think that he's going to be staying with the Patriarch.
No.
But I love this. I'm giving this match an A.
Okay. All right. Joe.
Okay. First off, shout out to that crowd. They were drowning out the PA system singing that song, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never get tired of hearing the crowd sing Metal Lingus. It just won't happen. Yeah, I thought it was a fun match. It definitely we're not going to have Kill Switch much longer. We're definitely getting Luchasaurus back. Um, I like that little tease that Cope and Christian did, like teasing FTR's finisher just to get a spear out of it. I thought that was cool as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, look, they're best friends and they were a team for like, what, 15 years, and they look like they haven't missed a beat. They looked good. I liked the story of the match of Christian being very unsure and slowly working up to that big baby face reaction and finally tagging in. I thought the story was great.
Yeah.
I love the Weasley start of Christian where he refused to get in with Killswitch.
Yeah. What is your grade on it?
Like an A minus.
Okay. I thought it was a really great way to start the match. It got the crowd hot. You got Cope, you got Christian, Edge and Christian coming back together. Luchasaurus kind of going out on his own. Kip Sabian taking the brunt. I was kind of thinking maybe Nick Wayne's injuries will work and he would actually show up, but he did not. So I'm gonna give it a B plus. I thought it was a good way to start the match. You know, it's been a long time since Edge and Christian have worked together. You could see it. There was a couple of botches. It didn't seem to be in sync a lot. But for the most part, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I thought it was a good way to start this pay-per-view. It was a really hot way to do it. Bleacher Report gave it a B plus as well. So let's
So
go.
we're all pretty close. We're all pretty close. A minus, B plus.
We all know Bleacher Report doesn't like AEW and always sandbags their grades.
Pretty much. Let's go to our second match. It is Kyle Fletcher, your TNT champion, taking on Hiromu Takahashi. Canada, you go first.
I love this. I love this guy.
Yeah.
I think he's really talented. I give this match a B plus.
Okay.
I thought they did a good job. But you knew he wasn't winning.
Yeah.
You knew Kyle Fletcher was getting the win, and that's why I give it B plus because there's no in doubt. They never really made it in doubt, so that's why it gets a B plus.
Okay. EVP Joe.
I love this match for many reasons. One, the wrestling was good, but this is like one of like 3, I think, out of like 12 where it's just pure one-on-one wrestling, no stipulations, no craziness, and God, these two mesh so well together. I loved it. I'm giving it an A plus. It may very well be my match of the night. I absolutely enjoyed this match, and I'm glad that there was no interference. It was just two guys going out there just putting on a show.
Yeah. All three of us picked Kyle Fletcher in the last match. All three of us picked Cope and Christian. That was Canada Dry's lock of the night. I thought this match overall was not bad. I don't think it really hindered either competitor. I think they all got their offense and their moves in. You got to see what Takahashi really looks like, even though he's probably about 5 years past his prime. It was a good match. I give it a B plus. You know, it was what it was. It would have been a lot higher if there was a sense that maybe Takahashi could possibly take the belt and go with it. So, but yeah, Bleacher Report gave it an A minus. They said that it looked really, really good, and it was a really well fought match. So, let's go to our third match of the night. It is a fatal 4-way for the TBS Championship. You have Mercedes Moné, 9 belts. Mercedes Moné, she won an additional one. Alex Windsor, Persephone, whatever, and Bozilla for the TBS Championship. We all got it right. Mercedes Moné retains. She is your current and still reigning TBS champion. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the match?
So I really liked Bozilla, like introducing. Like this is what I like about Forbidden Door. When you get someone like this,
Yeah.
that's just like, especially in the women's division, someone who's just massive, and I love that they treated her as such.
Yeah.
Like they had people double teaming her, and the only way that Mercedes Moné is getting the win is with a quick roll up, and she Mozilla dominated, uh, and Mercedes Moné gets squeaks off with a victory, and that's what you got to do in a match like this. I think Alex Windsor looked great. Even Persephone looked good. So I'm giving this match also gets a B plus.
Okay. Joe.
Yeah, I thought this was another fun match. I can't get over how big Bozilla is. Like, she's what? I think they said on commentary she's 6'1".
Mhm.
It's like she just towers head and shoulders above everyone. But it's a nice, it's a unique look, and it's interesting. I would really like to see Bozilla come to the States more so that I get more exposure to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with Canada Dry, like a B plus on this.
All
There
right.
was one point where it looked like Bozilla dropped Persephone on her head.
Yeah, oh, that was scary.
Yeah, it
I
looked like it. Yeah,
yeah, I thought the match was okay. Um Again, it's a match where you're pretty sure who's going to win, so it kind of takes you out of the match, that possibility that any number of those women could have taken that belt. Bozilla looked amazing. I've never seen her wrestle before in my life. I definitely will watch her. I will definitely watch her again. I might seek out Stardom a lot more just to watch Bozilla because for somebody that big, she moved in the ring really well. Like she had some moves. She had some speed to her. So
Yeah, like
um,
real good. Like she's 6'1". I can only imagine. Like most Japanese wrestlers are uber tiny, so she
yeah,
probably only looks
but
even.
I don't think she's Japanese. I think she's German.
yeah, she's
No.
German.
I'm talking about Stardom.
Oh, right, the people she's
Now,
wrestling.
the people she's wrestling are usually super tiny,
Yeah.
typically.
I'm going to give the match a B plus as well. Like I said, I mean, if I thought that Mercedes had a chance to lose that belt, probably would have given it a higher grade. Um, Now, Persephone took the loss, which me and Canada Dry both said she would. So, Bozilla, Joe, you had Bozilla. She did not take the loss, but that's all right. Bleacher Report gave it a B. So there we go.
Yeah, we're not far off from Bleacher
Yeah.
Report or not any of these picks so far.
Let's go to number 4. It's going to be Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness for the IWGP World Championship. Canada Dry, you go first.
Now, I thought we didn't talk about that this morning, but I thought that Daniel Garcia was going to either cost him the match or throw in the towel.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're still teasing this, but all seemed for nothing.
Yeah, like they even teased it at the end of the match.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like Daniel Garcia, he is, as his character as a face, is a good old piece of bread with water for dipping. Um, he's pretty boring. So
Yeah.
he needs to do a heel turn.
Should have been done turn heel.
Like even if his buddy Daddy Magic has to turn heel too, I don't care.
Yeah,
But they need. But I enjoyed enjoyed the commentary, especially
Yeah.
from Brian Danielson on this match. Nigel, like he doesn't miss a beat. Like
Yeah.
for all that time off, he just looked so good, and like he was just as equally technically sound as Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
There's no place he looked out of place. So um, I'm giving this match an A, and I thought it was great.
Yeah. Joe.
Yeah. This match is everything that I thought it would be when we say we're getting Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel McGuinness. And this type of match has a special place for me because, like you said, AEW is at its best when it has a range of matches, and they don't have this kind of match very often. And I love it. It's not just jumping around and going crazy. It's literally just technical skill. Like the technical prowess between these two are ridiculous. But with that said, that's also what leaves me wanting more because these matches always end out of nowhere. And that's exactly what happened here. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just like, oh, I wanted like 5 more minutes of wrestling.
Yeah.
Still giving it an A.
Yeah.
Love the match.
This was a technical match. Again, it's a match that we knew was probably going to end, and all three of us picked Zack Sabre Jr. This was Joe's lock of the night. Joe did get it. We all won. Um, it was a great technical match. This reminded me of why I was a huge Nigel McGuinness fan when he had that incredible run in Ring of Honor. This is the reason why I'm a huge fan of Zack Sabre Jr. Because this isn't professional wrestling. What these guys are doing is shoot wrestling, and they did an amazing job. I give it an A as well. It was a technical marvel. It would have been an A plus if I thought Nigel McGuinness had a shot at winning that
Do
belt.
you know what I call Nigel McGuinness? Oh, not Magic. What I call Zack Sabre Jr.
What?
British surfer Sting.
Yes.
He
Pretty
totally
much.
reminds me
But
of
with nowhere near the charisma.
somehow the bland food of England just stole the charisma all out of him.
Yeah.
He needs a little salt and pepper and some cayenne peppers or something. I don't know.
I really enjoyed the fact that Johnny Saint was part of this, both in the video package and
Tell me a little bit about Johnny Saint because I don't know who he is.
Johnny Saint is probably one of the greatest British professional wrestlers and probably really should go down as one of your top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time. This man was the Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan of British professional wrestling. He's a
So was he
10-time
big in the 80s or?
We're talking 50s, 60s, 70s. And
He looks
and
pretty good for whatever his age is.
Yeah,
Listen,
he looks
I
fantastic.
only know Johnny Saints as the GM of NXT UK.
Yeah.
That's all I know him as.
Yeah.
I
If you get a
did
chance-
I did know he was a wrestler. I've just never seen any of his matches.
Best thing to do, go on YouTube.
I like the little chess thing going on there to introduce the match. I thought
Yeah.
that was clever.
Well, I mean, because that's basically the match they had was a chess match. It was great.
Yeah.
Let's go
Kevin
to our
says in the comments that Johnny Saints rules, and I call gimmick infringement.
Can't call gimmick infringement on a guy from the 50s.
He knew he got in his Mandalorian, and he
All
went
right,
up to the future.
Let's go to our fifth match of the night. It is for the tag team championships. We have your current champs, the Hurt Syndicate, taking on Brodito and FTR. Now, Joe and Canada Dry both picked FTR to win. I picked the Hurt Syndicate to win. Guess what? Neither of us got it right. Canada Dry, you go first.
I really liked this match. Like I found it really entertaining. Like Brodito and Brody King and Brodito and Bandito. Sorry, they looked amazing.
Yeah.
I thought they had some. They've been practicing as a team because they got some cool in sync moves that they do together.
Yeah.
where we had Gates of Agony come in the New Japan outfits. Gates of Agony and Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this. Like, if I wasn't a fan of that. I guess we'll find out where it goes because not everything we dislike um, ends up being a stinker. Because later on, it flushes itself out. But total shock that Brodito wins.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a rematch between FDR and Brodito because there was that. It seemed like that they were counting and they kicked out and then they
That
counted.
ending was all kinds of football.
Like was Cash supposed to break it up but he didn't get there in time? Like maybe they weren't even supposed to be champions.
I don't know. What do you think, Joe? Oh, what do you give it for a grade?
I'm giving this a B plus.
Okay. EVP Joe.
Okay. The match was awesome. That spot where freaking Bandito has who's it, Dax, and does that freaking flip that moonsault, that was ridiculous, especially the outside. Like I was scared for Dax because it did look like it was going to be good. Gates of Agony and Ricochet makes zero sense. Like you said, maybe the story will play out, but how this pay per view ends or what happened the rest of this pay per view, this makes absolutely zero sense. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'm really not a big fan of Brodito being the tag champions because they've only been a tag team for a cup of tea. And to go from the Hurt Syndicate to Brodito to me is a big letdown. So yeah, like I'm giving this match like a B plus.
Okay.
There's just too much there for me to give it an A, in my opinion.
I'm giving this an A minus. Tony Khan pulled the trigger and he went with the hottest tag team right now in wrestling in his promotion.
I think we need to rewind to Wednesday night and get that big slice of humble pie for JFB to eat.
I mean, you know what? Any betting man would have said Brodito would have eaten that pin to either FTR or to the Hurt Syndicate.
I think we all said that.
Yeah. But the reality is
Bandito is 2 belts Bandito again.
Yeah. Brodito, the match was incredible. I enjoyed it. I give it an A minus. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing Brody King get a major title in AEW. It's well deserved. This guy has plied his trade for a lot of years. And he's been a champ in small promotions, but he's never had a shot at the big time, and they're doing it. I applaud Tony Khan. It took balls. It took huge watermelon balls to go ahead and book that match the way he booked it. I loved it. I you know me, I love Brody King. So I'm going to give it an A minus. Bleacher Report gave it a B minus. So
B minus is a little harsh.
Yeah. And let's include also that Tekla and Queen Aminata continuing their
This has happened after this.
Yeah, and then Jamie Hayter comes out. And here's Jamie Hayter. She's back. She's ready to take on.
So I'm assuming the Aminata thing is over, and now we're going to get Tekla versus.
Probably,
It can't be over. No, it can't be over. It's not allowed to be over. We need a woman's freaking blood and guts match, and you can't just say these two are done.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I will say,
hopefully, we get the woman's blood and guts.
I will say everything in that was great, except for that stupid orange hair. Still, I can't stand it.
I don't mind the orange hair. I hate the outfits.
Yeah. 70s outfits have to go. All right, let's go to our next match. Match number 6. This is for the Unified World Championship, boys and girls. It is Kazuchika Okada, your champion, taking on Swerve Strickland. Me and Joe picked Kazuchika Okada. Canada Dry did the job. He picked Swerve. Canada Dry, you go first, my friend.
Okay, let me first say that everywhere else I picked Okada.
Yeah.
But so like you gotta play the field, right? You gotta play the odds.
There you go.
So somewhere you lose and the rest of you win. So
Yeah.
I loved Swerve Strickland's coming out in his Mr. Terrific gear.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I really liked the match. Like the spotlight for this whole match, even though he lost, was on Swerve Strickland. Everything was selling the knee. He was the star of this match, even though he lost.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. I'm giving it an A.
Okay.
He gets his knee bashed in at the end.
Because he's going for surgery as well.
Could be writing him off. And then you get Prince Nana coming in, saving him, and he gets decimated by Wardlow, who joins the Don Callis family. So we get two big men returning to AEW at this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Who's the other? Why am I drawing a blank to the other big man that returned?
Kill Switch.
Oh, that doesn't count. He returned on Wednesday. Okay.
Yes, but still, like we need. And another thing happened is they brought out Takeshita, and there's some confrontation with him and Wardlow. So I think he's going to turn face eventually, and we're going to see because if Ospreay's out and Swerve is out for a bit, you're going to need to fill some babyface voids here.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been Wardlow. Just saying.
Yeah, that's another one. Like, tell us what you think about this match, Joe.
I didn't like it that much. And I just thought it was slow. Like, Okada's he's slowly losing me. He's getting to a point where I don't like his matches anymore. It's just, he didn't seem interested. He didn't seem enthused. It was a slow match. And I get the whole selling of the knee and all that. It's just, I didn't like it. I mean, I knew who was going to win. The whole afterwards of Wardlow, like, I'm not a big, like, I don't care for Wardlow. I think he would have been better served to have him as a singles guy by himself and then fold him in somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, I know I sound like I'm down. I'm still giving this like a B-. Me and Canada Dry had this. I have an expectation with Kazuchika Okada, and this match wasn't it for me.
Okay.
But I think that, like, we can't expect them all to be like Kenny Omega and Okada.
I wasn't even expecting Kenny and Omega and Okada. This, to me, was like 2-star Okada. You could have given us like 3.5-star Okada. Like, Okada just looked like he was going through the motions. He didn't look very enthused.
Yeah.
Tiffany is very happy to see Wardlow.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to see him back too. Just I don't care. Like, he's one of like 50 people in Don Callis' family.
Yeah, but they continue to be a threat with this mega faction.
Yeah.
It'll be curious to see what they do with Wardlow. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like, because when you have a star-studded faction like that, how do you keep everyone rolling?
You have them injured.
I always take it back to hockey. If you got two lines that are scoring the goals, like, everyone can't. If you got 7 goal scorers, you can't fit everyone on the first 2 lines.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. I thought this match was absolutely I thought it was absolutely incredible. There is nothing about this match that I would say was bad at all. The reality is that this isn't prime Okada, and it won't ever be. His prime is gone.
Then,
5 years ago was when
then
he
he
was
shouldn't
in
be the
prime.
champion, and he shouldn't be holding the number 2 belt in your promotion. Then
I think his work right now is just as good as his work in New Japan. He's plying a more methodical style of matches and style of wrestling, which you don't get, and especially with a lot of the guys who are high flyers and like to do the flips. Okada's not that guy, and I think it. I think it works for him to be more methodical, more vicious, not throwing out 500 moves in a match, but taking the time to make sure that every move has an impact. Every move has a purpose and a reason. To me, that works. I give it an A. I give it an A plus. To me, this was one of the matches of the night. I thought it was absolutely incredible. So,
So, question here. So, if Swerve is getting surgery,
yeah,
this is a way to write him off.
yep, and Nana, which is smart.
Yeah, maybe that's what Nano. Does he come back and get revenge on Okada, or does he get revenge on Wardlow when he gets back?
Wardlow.
It's gonna have to be Wardlow first,
Yeah,
then Okada.
yeah. I think it's Wardlow first, and then it's going to be Okada, provided that when Swerve eventually comes back,
I guess it depends on
they're
how
still in
long.
the same faction.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how long Swerve is going to be out for.
Well, it's meniscus surgery, so it can't be too bad.
I mean,
I've had meniscus surgery, and it took me about 3 months.
That's not bad.
no, 3 months. Wardlow better still be in the Don Callis family by
Yeah,
then.
3 months, but you're not 100% in 3 months.
What's that?
You're not 100% in 3 months.
No. You're about 90, about 85, 90%.
But these are like incredible athletes.
Yeah.
So let's say he gets surgery first week of September. Gives him 2 weeks for any inflammation in his knee to go down so they can do the surgery.
Yeah.
Figure he's back by Revolution at the latest.
Yeah. And I like Wardlow showing up. It didn't really. I don't know about Wardlow being with Don Callis. I like Wardlow being back. I'm not sure about Wardlow being with the Don Callis family. Maybe we're at a point where it's just oversaturation with this group, But I'm along for the ride. I want to see what happens. I mean, obviously, we know it's going to be Takeshita and Wardlow facing off at some point.
So Brian Cage was asked on Twitter, when are you coming back? And he responds, it's a surprise, it's a secret. So could he come back as a babyface?
I don't know.
Like his spot is being taken by Wardlow.
Well, I mean, you have what's his face, the Murder Hawk, in
Lance
that group too, Lance Archer. So,
Well, I mean, yeah, but if Cage comes back and then Mark
Davis.
Yeah, Mark Davis comes back. I mean, you kind of don't have a lot of room for all these big, massive guys. You gotta cut something loose.
yeah,
And I think honestly, Brian Cage is the best one to do that.
We've always been talking about how Brian Cage needs to be pushed. So
yeah. All right, let's go to our next match. It is for the Women's World Championship. It is Timeless Tony Storm. It is Athena. We all three picked Timeless Tony Storm. This was my lock of the night as well. Tony Storm did retain. She is still your Women's World Champion. Canada, you go first.
I like this match, but again, to me, the outcome was not in question.
Yeah.
Like maybe throw in some more false finishes. Like you can maybe make people believe if you wrestle a certain way.
Yeah.
The title's going to change hands. But they did it.
Yeah.
Um, it was good, but I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay.
It wasn't my favorite match. It wasn't my favorite Tony Storm match.
Yeah.
Um, it was good, but it gets a B.
Okay. Let's go to Joe.
Yeah, the match was good. I liked it. It was fun. It was entertaining. I just, I think I'm kind of growing old of Tony Storm. Like, where does she go from here? Like, there's no opponent on this roster right now that is viable for her to go face. That isn't currently engaged in a storyline.
We skipped this over. I want to talk about this really quickly. Mercedes Monet's entrance, where all the guards are carrying the belts. I thought that was brilliant.
Oh, the
Yeah.
beef fingers? Yeah.
She's got 9 of them, man. It's too many for
Yeah.
her to carry.
I thought that was great. They
It
need to figure out how to do this every single like pay per view with her to put someone
Yeah.
holding the belts.
But yeah, I liked the match. I'd give it like a B plus. Just, I don't know, like it was fine. I just,
I
think
didn't like the match. I didn't like the match. I didn't like the booking here. I didn't like the booking at All In. I get it. She's your big, strongest draw right now. People love watching Timeless Tony Storm. There's no doubt about that, and there's no argument that needs to be said. My problem is that continually putting the belt on her basically says we don't have a strong enough women's division in our promotion that it's viable that anybody, her two strongest opponents and the two people who should have been able to take that belt off of her was Mercedes Moné and Athena, and essentially you let them lose. Where do you go from here?
I think Mercedes Moné is getting another opportunity.
Where do you go? Where do you go? Mercedes Moné is not the star that she was on her run towards fighting for the championship. She doesn't have that sparkle anymore. And Athena is going to be shuffled back into Ring of Honor, which means we're not going to see her. So who are you going to go with? Who? Megan Bayne? She's trapped in the mid card. Britt Baker's gone. Nobody knows where she is. Thunder Rosa is gone. I mean, like, your list of challengers is paper thin. And it's not good.
it's not paper thin. It's just that no one's free to come challenge for the title right now because they have 10 women involved in the mid card feud.
Yeah.
They're not able to elevate them at the moment.
I'm going to give this a B minus. I did not like this match at all. I didn't like it when they fucked up the booking at All In. I don't like it that they screwed up here. Like, get the belt off of Timeless Tony Storm.
No, but you didn't think she was going to win from your predictions, anyways.
I didn't think she was going to win, but regardless, like, your two strongest competitors, your two strongest adversaries to your champ have now been defeated. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, and also they didn't sell false finishes where you thought, oh my goodness, they could put the belt on Athena. Like they didn't. Yeah. You never had that question in your mind.
Yeah, and they didn't make Athena look good. I don't think Athena looked all that great. I think she looked really weak in her match. So that's the reason why I give it a B minus. She didn't look like a contender. She looked like she was just shoehorned into it. Like, you made her go through this gauntlet to win that contract. And essentially you're just like, you're not ready, you're not good enough, we're putting you back to Ring of Honor. Give me a break.
Give me a break. Give me a break in that Kit Kat bar.
Hell
We'd like you to advertise for you, Kit Kat.
Let's go to the second to last match. This is for the men's World Heavyweight Championship. We have MJF taking on Hangman Adam Page. All three of us picked Hangman Adam Page to win, and by gosh, by golly, that cowboy did some cowboy shit. He is and retains as your World Heavyweight Champion. Kendra, you go first.
I've never had an MJF match that I've disliked. Never. And that includes tonight. I thought that MJF brought all his shenanigans. I'm sure they were approved by the chief shenanigans officer. Jeffy,
Yeah.
you approved them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Just making sure they were approved. I loved it all. MJF trying to get him disqualified. MJF trying to get him counted out. I give this match an A+.
Okay. All
What
right.
did Bleacher Report give the last one?
The women's.
They gave it an A-.
And what did they give this one?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Tony Storm. They gave it an A.
And what did they give this one?
A-.
Okay.
All right, Joe, you're next.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this match. It was like the storytelling throughout it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And even then, it still sets up more because they spoke to this a lot. They spoke to this quite a bit on commentary, but this is the match that's going to delay MJF cashing in this contract.
Yeah.
And I think it's for the story a great thing because now you can still have Hangman doing things, but there's always going to be that real legit threat of MJF doing his shenanigans and cashing in.
You'll see him lurking in the shadows, regrouping, plotting.
Yeah. And like I like the touch that we still have a serious Mark Briscoe, that he hasn't reverted back to his comedy shtick. Like it's nice to see, like, I'm not letting this happen a second time. I will say the overacting by Bryce Remsburg is a little bit much.
Yeah.
Him laying, and then as soon as MGF goes to move the foot, he's like, I see you. I'm like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah. And also, like, the spot with the ring, like, it's like all of a sudden Bryce Remsburg has eyes in the back of his head. Like, when every other referee in the history of ever can't see 2 feet in front of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm giving this an A+ too. I absolutely enjoyed this match.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it until the leg on the rope. And MJF getting the supposed win, and then there's like this, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, the ref is like, oh, wait, his foot was on the rope the entire time. He completely missed it when it was Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
But the champ, that's a different story.
I agree. But they played that he was injured and he kind of went unconscious as he was counting 3. So,
Yeah.
But still, they could have found a better way to tell that.
Yeah,
story.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like that.
For a world championship match, especially one where the belt can change hands on a disqualification or whatever, it should have been taken a lot more serious. I didn't like the boot on the rope. I thought it was a shitty way to kind of add some levity to the entire match. You know, like, there's no reason for comedy. MJF is not a comedian wrestler, neither is Hangman Adam Page. And this just screams shenanigans. I didn't
For
like
me,
it.
that's why I didn't give it a plus. So that's why I only give it an A.
But realistically, like, it was a good match. It really was. Up until that point, it was a solid match. I'm going to give it an A-. I'm going to go with Bleacher Report. I wish it would have been a little bit more serious. When you're dealing with the World Heavyweight Championship, and especially when it's not your main event, you really, really, really should put forth the effort.
I think I originally gave it an A+, but yeah, I want to make sure that it's an A.
Yeah. So, all right. let's go to our last and final match. It is the lights out steel cage match. On one side, we have John Moxley and Claudio of the Death Riders, the Young Bucks coming into Umbop,
Yeah, that was
and
great.
Dave Kidd. They're taking on Ospreay, Omega, Ibushi, Darby Allin, and Hiromu Tanahashi, or
Hiroshi.
Hiroshi Tanahashi. Sorry.
So many familiar names in New Japan.
We have all selected Team AEW, and that is exactly who won. Ken Dry, you go first.
This was essentially the blood and guts replacement, because you can't throw in two rings in the middle of the ring and take up valuable
Seats.
real estate for the fans. So this is a workaround, but it was every bit just as good as a blood and guts match.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it was better.
Yeah, because you don't got any commercials.
Yeah.
The funniest part is when they pull the bag from under the ring that they told the guy to put there, and it's a bunch of gummy bears. And I knew it was gummy bears. So the second he pulled, I was like, "It's gummy bears. Watch this." And it's gummy bears, sure enough. And they did the whole spot of sticking it in his mouth and kicking him, and the gummy bears go everywhere. But these gummy bears were a bit of a distraction for a lot of the wrestlers, as you see them wrestling and they're wiping away like.
Yeah.
But that spot was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Tanahashi getting the win. It's nice. Tanahashi didn't look too bad in this.
Yeah.
Like for all the people on that Team AEW, I think Ibushi looked the least involved.
Yeah.
After looking at the team, there was like one whole person on Team AEW. Everyone else was banged up and injured coming into the match.
Yeah, so I'm giving this an A+. It was delightful carnage. The injuring of Will Ospreay afterwards, great way to write him off TV and just leave everyone stunned.
Yeah.
The crowd's yanning "F you, Moxley."
Yeah. All right, Joe.
Yeah, you all know me. You know I love some controlled chaos. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have had Tanahashi get the pin. That's just me personally. It should have been either Will or Darby, just for storytelling purposes. I will say I'm going to reserve judgment on the post-match beatdown, because if this doesn't lead to somehow us getting Darby versus Mox at All Out, then I'm going to come back and revise this and say that I absolutely hated this, because there's no point in it. There's no reason for it. Will's already... It's not a secret that he was going to go get neck surgery. The guy was crying in the ring saying, "I'm going to miss all of you." So if we don't get Darby versus Mox, then this was pointless. Like, you come to England once, twice a year. There's no reason to piss off your fans like this.
Yeah.
If it's not going to lead to a massive payout. But A+ still. I loved it. Like, I'm not going to let the post-match beatdown affect the grade of the match.
Tiffany's a big fan of the Mbop with Hanson.
Yeah, apparently that was their backyard.
Yeah.
Their backyard entrances when they were kids.
And that I guess the guy backstage took it literal. Do back our original music.
Yeah. Original.
I enjoyed this match. I'm not a fan of utter chaos at all, but this worked. Everybody got their spots in. I think the beatdown of Moxley over Ospreay, I think, kind of leads into eventually Darby Allin stepping up and taking over the mantle for Ospreay while Ospreay's out. But it really leads to a Moxley Osprey fight at some point.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a revenge.
Yeah.
We just don't know how long that's going. I want my instant gratification. I'm an American, okay?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And
But
I
we
get
also, but we also like AEW, and AEW's long-term storytelling.
and I get it. I like the idea of setting up Osprey, but that means you have to keep Moxley around for a while. You just do. Like, and can Moxley remain reviled with the fans so that the payback from Osprey is more gratifying?
I mean, I
To
don't know.
me, that's the issue.
They're running out of top baby faces at the moment for Mox to destroy.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yep, absolutely. So, all right, that's the end of the show. So, we're going to go our favorite two matches, your first match and your second match, and your overall grade of the pay-per-view.
And who is this brought to you by? The Flower Shop.
The Flower Shop, that's right. Oh my God, how did I forget? This is brought to you by The Flower Shop.
Welcome to The Flower Shop, brought to you by ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can pick up all your Adrian Adonis gear, just like this shirt you're looking at right now.
All right, Canada Dry, kick it off.
My favorite match of the night. I gotta give it to the lights out cage match. That it was just like eyes glued, amazing. And my second match of the night, I'm giving it to Swerve and Okada. Just entertaining. I'm giving this 4.5 bells. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get more bang for your buck tonight.
No, not compared to All In.
No, I was literally
They were going extra long.
No, I was literally making light of the Bucks tag team.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Joe.
My number one match of the night is Hiromu Takahashi and Kyle Fletcher. And then my second match is the lights out steel cage match. Can we talk about how massive that cage was, by the way? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty
Now this is how they did it in Ring of Honor.
They may have. I don't remember much from Ring
Well,
of
I saw a post that says, "How are they going to fit all these men?" And then someone showed a Ring of Honor cage
Okay.
in the post.
So yeah, those are my two matches. I'm giving this 4.25. I don't think it was this pay-per-view for me obviously wasn't as good as All In. So
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be.
No, it
It
doesn't.
all is your WrestleMania.
Okay. My second favorite match was Swerve and Okada. I thought it was a good match. It was well paced. It was methodical. It was exactly what it needed to be. It was good to see Swerve kind of pull back on the gas pedal and wrestle Okada's match. I thought it was brilliant. My first favorite match was Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel McGuinness. That was a technical marvel. If you want to know what Nigel McGuinness was like back in the day, that was a glimpse. That guy was just a master of the mat. I'm going to give it a 4.25 as well. To me, this was a better pay-per-view than All In. I had
You
major.
didn't like All In.
I did not like All In at all. I thought it was bloated. The booking did not make sense.
Well, it turns out it was bloated for a reason.
Well, yeah, they want it was.
Let's not focus on that. Tell me about why you gave this such a high.
To me, number one, it was under 6 hours. Number two is the wrestling all around was really good. There were some questionable things, and obviously, guys from New Japan and CMLL aren't going to wrestle as well with AEW counterparts as they would with people in their own promotion. That's the way it works. It's 3 different styles that you're kind of meshing together into one show. But it worked. It was a good show, and it was very well paced. There was no, with the exception of the lights out, there was nothing insane that went on or questionable booking. It all kind of made sense. I mean, even the Brodito booking kind of makes sense. When you really look at the landscape of their promotion, it made sense. But yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.25. What's our cumulative score?
4.33.
4.33.
Forever and ever.
and ever.
All right, guys, you want to get a hold of us? Multiple ways to do it. You click it on your Google machine. Click on the link below. One of them sends you to our social media sites. One of them sends you to DraftKings, where if you go ahead and open an account, helps us out. You can go and click on the other thing. It sends you to our YouTube levels, where you can sponsor us on YouTube. But if you want to show the world how much you love our show, there's only one way to do it, and that is getting one of these. These shirts guarantee you to be the coolest person in any location that you go to. ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling, where you can get all of your effing wrestling gear. Now, with that being said,
Before you sign us all out,
yeah,
next week we're gonna be doing a double whammy show. We're gonna predict Clash in Paris,
okay,
and then we're gonna do our men's power ranking
yeah, it's that time of the month.
for the month. The time of the month.
Yeah,
So that's
All right.
next Sunday. So that's get
All
it,
right.
and don't forget to watch us right after Dynamite After Dark on Wednesdays.
Yeah, there you go. All right, on behalf of Canada Dry, EVP Joe, I am the almighty JFB.
And just like your eyewear provider, we give you a show in under an hour or your money back. Raise your fist in the air, put the devil in a sharpshooter, and just keep fighting.
I got my mic turned on and I'm ready to go. It's time for the All Effing Wrestling Show.